There's a lovely 78 RPM shellac record on his master's voice, and it's Ernest Hastings, so it's a comedy song. There's nothing over sixpence in the store. Hope you enjoy this.
There's a wonderful emporium just opened in our town by a celebrated merchant prince of very great renown, where you can furnish out a flat for less than £1/crown, and there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. It's owned by Mr. Woolworth, and it's like Aladdin's cave. There's everything you want there, from the cradle to the grave. If you buy a wedding ring there, just think how much you save, for there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. There are lots and lots of parallels for Mary, Jane and Maud, and diamond tiaras at a price you can afford, and toys of all description from a rattle to a board, and there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. There's penny patent mouse traps there, and penny children's hoops. There's penny cubes of OXO and penny packet soups, and Yankee safety razors as supplied to British troops, and there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. Now every courting couple who decide to do the trick should take a walk round Woolworths before they buy a stick. You can fill the bottom drawer for £0.5 and half a tick, and there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. There really are some bargains there that cannot be denied. In the soap department once a charming lady I espied. I said, "How much are you, miss?" And she of course replied, "Well, there's nothing over sixpence in the stores." At Woolworths, Hobbs and Sutcliffe always go to get their bats. Mr. Baldwin gets his pipes there, and Winston gets his hats, and the Prince would never dream of going elsewhere for his stats. Well, there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. Small profits, quick returns, of course, is Mr. Woolworth's motto. His line in ladies' thingam is really very hotto. But there's one thing that you can't get there, you really can't get blotto, for there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. If you want to buy some trousers, you can buy them by degrees, with threepenny legs and tanner seats, with every shape to please, and you're sure to sit in comfort, for they've hinges at the knees, and there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. They also have a cafe there if you should want a snack. You'll find their steak and kidney pudding very hard to crack, and if you find a bit of meat, you get your money back, for there's nothing over sixpence in the stores. So if you're wanting a baby's dummy, or if you've got a pain in your rum-tum-tummy, or a brand new pipe or a yard of tripe, go to Woolworth stores in the morning. There, this motto you'll find outside the door. There is nothing over sixpence in this store.
Let's get that switched off. Wasn't that lovely? It's a tribute to the wonderful Woolworth shops, which in the UK closed their doors about 10 years ago when out of business. Originally an American company, but we always thought of it as one of our own, very special British shops as well. It's such a history in this country. And they were fantastic when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s. You could buy anything. It was a wonderful shop. I particularly like their broken biscuit stand, and it made me laugh. And he asked the woman in the shop, he said, "How much are you?" And she said, "Nothing's over sixpence in the store." Thanks, I'll turn over. Now, viewers from overseas, if you're wondering what the Englishman likes best on his plate, you won't go far wrong with the roast beef of Old England. Let's have a listen to this one.
I'm taking it for granted that all my listeners are members of the Mustard Club. So here's a song, The Roast Beef of Old England. If you would be healthy, eat more fruit. That is what the wise folks say. Just an apple every day keeps the doctor well away. But when a fellow comes home down and out, feeling like a wolf at bay, what is it that makes him say the world is all okay? The roast beef of Old England, that's the stuff fancy take root. Ladies, tempt him not with fruit. Take my advice and feed the brute on the roast beef of old England. When Honolulu, sunny isle, where the ukuleles play, a melon and a bunch of figs may be good enough for nibs. But when a British workman blades say, well, 700 bricks a day, offer him a beef souffle, and what do you think he'll say? The roast beef of old England, that's the stuff to give 'em. One blood orange and a pint of ale is like giving shrimps to a starving whale. Why, oh why did Adam stray? We might all be as happy as the birds in May, if only he had dined that day on the roast beef of old England. Little Johnny Horner sat one day nibbling a Christmas pie, looking very sad and glum at a solitary plum. Johnny was as hungry as could be, and when he began to cry, Mother said, the dear old dad, now that he's a growing lad, the roast beef of old England, that's the stuff to give 'em. You don't suppose Jack Dempsey's punch came from a plum and a green gage lunch? What's always pulled Great Britain through? Ask Tommy and Jack, they'll tell you why pots and pots and pots of stew from the roast beef of old England. Even in the days of good Queen Bess, beef was all the barons ate. What did Mr. Gladstone state back in 1868? What is Nelson falling down the Strand telling every ABC? If you want the lads to be A1 and not C3, the roast beef of old England, that's the stuff to give 'em. How can Britannia rule the main on oranges grown in sunny Spain? Though bananas were unknown at court, Henry VIII must have been some sport. 6 wives he managed to support on the roast beef of old England.
You bet, that's what we like on a cold day. There's nothing like roast potatoes, vegetables, Brussels sprouts, a lovely bit of roast beef and some horseradish sauce. That's what we love in England. Thanks for watching.